Alright guys, this is almost everything you need to know about the easy run. My name is Yahia and I just ran a half marathon in 2 hours and 20 minutes. And I'm going to use everything that I'm about to teach you in this video to run my sub 4-hour marathon. When I first started running and I heard about easy runs, I thought to myself, as you also probably thought, that there's no way you're supposed to take easy run as easy as they say, especially for me because I was coming from a weightlifting background. I would look on the internet just to find vague advice like just run at an easy pace, just run at a conversational pace, just run at a 3 to 4 out of 10 effort, etc. And the people giving this advice never went in depth and explained exactly how to do any of those. And following their advice, I would run at a pace that I thought was good. I thought it was 3 out of 10 effort, easy conversational. But I was actually running in this gray zone, this gray training area, where it was neither hard that it would give me the benefits of a hard training, and it wasn't easy that would give me the benefits and the recovery of the easy trainings. In the end, what got me out of this gray area training was I went online and I found the scientific literature explaining exactly how you can easy run and what the easy run is in detail. In this video here, I compiled for you everything that I've learned so far throughout my journey and almost everything you need to know about the easy run. To understand what the easy run is, we first have to know the training zones. In total, there's gonna be 5 training zones, and these training zones are gonna be measured based on your heart rate data or your max heart rate. Zone 1 is gonna be easy or your recovery pace, so walking, very slow jogging. That's gonna be about 50 to 60% of your max heart rate. This zone helps in recovery, blood circulation, and it's just good to have in your day-to-day life. Zone 2, this is your aerobic or endurance building zone. This zone is the best for marathon runners and where about 80% of your training will be. It builds endurance and aerobic fitness, improves your body's fat metabolism, so how easy your body can turn fat into energy. And lastly, it enhances your endurance, which is mainly what we're going for right now. And this zone, zone 2, should be 60 to 70% of your maximum heart rate. Zone 3, or your tempo/steady state training, is where most of your lactate threshold training is going to be. This zone is about 70 to 80% of your maximum heart rate. Zone 4 is going to be your threshold or hard training zone. This is going to be improving your anaerobic capacity and going to be boosting your speed. It's going to be 80 to 90% of your maximum heart rate. Last one, this is going to be your VO2 max zone or your maximum effort basically. This is going to be 90 to 100% of your heart rate. It's going to boost your speed and your VO2 max. So that's pretty sweet. And now that you understand your training zones, this is going to be how you can achieve zone 2 and stay longer in it consistently. Our first method to know zone 2 is going to be the easiest and most inaccurate one. We got 3 ways to use this method. First, the field test, 4 to 3 out of 10 effort, or you can use the breathing test, which is my favorite. Is if you can very comfortably breathe out of your nose, then you are going to be in zone 2. But if you're barely being able to breathe out of your nose and you want to open your mouth, you're not going to be in zone 2, you're going to be in zone 3, maybe even zone 4. The last one, which is not that accurate for me, is the talk test. Just bring a friend, have a nice conversation while you're running, and if you can say full sentences at a time, that means you're in zone 2. Second method is you can use a pace calculator. It's going to be on the screen right now. If you've had a race recently, you can use this, or you can just run a 5K as fast as you can to have a nice point to start from. Using the pace calculator, you should be careful. It could be inaccurate, maybe even more inaccurate than the field test. So use this if you don't have any time or if you don't want to experiment with yourself. Third method are smartwatches, for example Apple Watch, or if you have a Garmin, it could track your HRV, your maximum heart rate, your resting heart rate, and it's gonna do its calculations and it's gonna find out your training zones, and that should be one of the most, if not the most accurate ways, but our next method is the most accurate one. It's gonna be heart rate monitoring. You buy a heart rate monitor. It's usually 30 to 60 bucks for a good one. You strap it on your chest. It's gonna use an electrocardiograph to measure your heartbeats using electricity. So basically the same technology they use at hospitals and stuff, but with the smartwatches, it's gonna be using a less accurate technology. With the electrocardiograph, it's gonna be sensing the electrical signals coming out of your body, and it's gonna be accurate no matter how much you're moving or so. With smartwatches, your skin tone, your sweat, the activity level, the movement level could affect its heart rate accuracy. And with heart rate monitoring, you can use this formula here on screen to calculate exactly what your training zones are, and it's gonna be the most accurate and the most reliable method. You don't really need to do it, but it's good to have if you're getting serious about this and have some extra cash to spend. All right, now to the last section. This is how you can progressively overload or basically just improve on your easy runs. You want to use the 10% method, which you just add 10% of your weekly volume every week. So let's say we have 30 kilometers a week. We're gonna do 33 next week and 35 the week after. But every 3 to 4 weeks, you want to have a deload week or a deload phase where you go about 40 to 50% down on your weekly mileage, just so you don't have any injuries and you can that's me. Just so you don't have any injuries and you can stay strong and keep progressing. So this 10% method, we're gonna give an example. If you have a 30k week, we're gonna have 3 5ks easy and 1 15k long run. Next week is gonna be 17k long run, 2 5k easy runs and 1 6k easy run. This is the best way to progress to avoid overuse, injuries and burnout. And you want to keep using this progressive overload system until your easy runs reach about 2 hours or start reaching there. You want to either do double days or just increase your frequency. Last thing, I'm not gonna mention it in this video, but it's fueling. It's not that complicated. You just need a bit of carbs before you run. I've went more in depth in this video right here. It should pop up either here or here.